Hello everyone. First off, I'd like to clarify that this video contains opinions of my own. Of course, there is no hate intended, nor do I aid any sort of depreciation regarding VIVIZ's members. This video addresses my perception of vocal technique upon former G-Friends members unha, shinbi and oomji. That being said, I'd like to hear out yours opinions, too. Let's get started. Oomji. Even back in G-Friend days, oomji has never been highlighted as a vocalist with long nor tricky lines, being mostly referred as a rapper and a dancer, sharing simple verse lines with former member Soa. Given that, oomji can be, somehow, considered their weakest link, even if technically there's not huge discrepancy. For most part, she sings very softly, with weak connections and unnecessary air coming through her vocal cords. From her lower to higher range, oomji's voice is very lackluster and powerless, displaying her undeveloped technique. Tone-wise, oomji is not a very nasal singer, hence doesn't tighten up a lot when singing in basic mid-soprano range. Still, there's no signs of proper breath support nor any further vocal technique on her singing. Unha. In spite of lacking an official statement, unha is often regarded the main vocalist position by their fans. Having in mind the overpraising high belting as given by K-pop stans, it's understandable why she receives such a title. Ever since their G-Friend days, unha's voice has been overloaded with high mixing that is, essentially, way out the comfortable range for untrained sopranos. Unfortunately, unha do not perceive correct breathing technique well enough to properly mix her voice, leading to strain very soon in her range. For those who are not familiar with how a properly supported note should sound like, there's some comparison between unha and former teammate Yuju. Yuju, who's showed to have mastered breath support through years in her career, as well as the ability to resonate her voice, has a much wider, rounder, connected sound compared to unha's, which the voice is fulfilled with nasality and compression when not set in her throat, sounding guttural and hoarse. Therefore, it's luckily that unha's voice wasn't deteriorated over time, and that, even if not by the ways it should, was built somewhat strong muscles to handle high burden with enough stability and, for most part, decent intonation throughout a vocal performance. Shinbi. Shinbi, accordingly to many fans, was given the lead vocalist position before unha joined the G-Friend team. Then promoted as a main dancer afterwards, dethroned of the lead vocals, Shinbi has not been much highlighted as a vocalist either. Owning, with better consistency, the most relaxed and balanced technique out of the three VIVIZ members, Shinbi is, as suggested before, able to perform with better connections than oomji, and less nasality and compression than unha. Breath support-wise, Shinbi still lacks proper development in order to correctly support her voice out. She still sounds relatively airy and weak through her middle range, much like her teammates, but is somehow able to keep her vocal cords better connected without much tightening or pushing it down from her throat, producing a healthier sound. Despite that, her technique is still very limited within the fourth octave and, when given higher belting, it does generally lack power. Overall, VIVIZ as a vocal unit falls off in the technique department. For those who are familiar with G-friend and vocal technique, it's not news that Yuju carried the heavier burden by herself. What did put her through some kind of regression? Mainly loss of her big resonance at some point.